so you lay What do you do in the evening when you don't know what to do? Read a book, play a game, every night is just the same. What do you say if I tell you how to keep from feeling blue? My advice is good to take and it's easier to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above. Look, look, look at those sweeties love. Oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do, any old night, when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kiss and then walk again, talk, talk, kiss and then talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Hunters Anonymous. As usual, thank God James is at the clickety clacks.
Hey, happy Thursday.
Happy
In
Thursday. Sorry we had to
September.
take a few September bitches. Yeah. Sorry we had to take a few Thursday hiatuses. It's James and I are both balls to the wall. Just man, so it wasn't happening next week. It wasn't happening last week, but we were determined to get on here and fill y'all in and see how y'all are doing and whatnot to the whatnots. Zach, it is awesome to see you, sir. It is fantastic to see you around. Watched a bit of your live stream. Couldn't watch the whole thing. I was running around like a madman. And then of course we have Keith. Hey Keith, what's
I did catch
up?
a few seconds of his live stream as well. I didn't say anything because I literally popped in and had like 30 seconds and then I think I was out.
Oh,
But
hey
if
Josh.
everybody knows, I just had my second operation on my left leg, so I've really been out of it. I wanted to get more done than I actually got done, but my left leg has been a serious issue, and I haven't. This is the first time I've been at my computer desk in at least a week. It It's been really shitty, but I think I'm on the downward slope of it. It improved a little today. I've got my leg up right now, so I'm kind of far from the mic. Hopefully, you can still hear me, but
Nope, sound good.
fantastic.
But the two Thursdays weren't all James. I actually last week had to work an event at Sanders Beach, and I kind of forgot. Um, I kind of forgot. So, but it all worked out in general on our side. I know y'all were like looking for a show. So, but we were everything is now in order, and we were back. I think in a few Thursdays I have to do another event, but I will let y'all know and see if y'all want to switch. If James wants to switch to Wednesday again temporarily or whatever. Um,
Yeah, my nights are pretty much free every night, so it doesn't really matter what night it
yeah,
is for me.
maybe Tuesday. Uh, who else is Josh? Man, how's everything going? Are you rolling with some orders? How's
I
everything on
saw
y'all's
he,
end?
he was doing the Comic-Con thing, the latest one. That was pretty cool.
Oh, very cool.
Keith watched Hoobie Halloween finally. Said it was dumb as fuck, except for kids throwing shit at him on his bike. Like, that movie was completely ridiculous. But tell me it did not have one of the best, like, for a modern movie, it had a really good old school Halloween feel to it. The movie itself was just absolutely terrible. But like the design and everything was just amazing.
Well, pouring molds right now. Well, what I've decided to do on the 1st of October is get like even for temporary. Go ahead and just subscribe to Netflix. I'm gonna subscribe to Disney Plus so I can watch Hocus Pocus. Um, I'm just gonna subscribe to everything I need to subscribe to catch up on everything. Um, the Hoobie, whatever the fuck, and
You
uh,
gotta watch Hoobie Halloween. You have to.
well, that's the only reason why I'm getting Netflix is so I
Terrible
can
movie,
finally.
but it's
Terrible movie.
beautiful. Like, it's just a
It,
beautiful movie.
the indicator of how bad it was is I couldn't even find it on Usenet, so nobody even cared to put it on Usenet. So I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So
Um, we watched Hocus Pocus like a week ago, actually, just randomly. I don't know why, but it's always a fun movie to go back to and just randomly watch. And I know with the new one coming out, this year seems to be a really big year for witches.
oh, you know what? And vampires. Speaking of, I think you're right because for both of those, and real quick, the reason being is I'm seeing a lot of vampire stuff everywhere, like a lot. Dollar Tree, Keith. By the way, I'm sure you've already seen it. They have a 4-pack of vampire um, blood packs, like the ones that you get at Halloween Horror Nights, and they're full of like disgusting liquor or whatnot. They actually have those at Dollar Tree, and they say vampire blood, and it's you get 4 of them for $1.25. I bought like 12 packs for the vampire ball in October, and I'm thinking about going ahead and getting the rest of them they had on the shelf if they're still there. They're really cool. I mean, I'm like, holy shit, like I wouldn't actually drink out of them, but they'll be great props. Where have you been seeing a lot of witch stuff around, Jane?
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of witch stuff, but yeah, there's been a lot of vampire stuff too. It seems like everybody's really going old school this year with stuff. I don't know, which is fine
Maybe,
with me.
haha, which is fine. That's terrible. Yeah, me too. Maybe it's just because it's, it doesn't require licensing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't have to
well,
really license stuff.
I think a lot of it too is the witch thing, obviously for Hocus Pocus too. So
True.
Disney kind of sets the trend for that. They see them putting out a bunch of Hocus Pocus witch merchandise, and then everybody else just like, oh, let's do witches because Hocus Pocus too.
Which is true. I'm definitely I've determined that this year, uh, I'm going to sit down and watch new stuff, and then definitely watch my old stuff. I'm going to enjoy some nostalgia. Hell, I was listening to the Beetlejuice soundtrack about an hour before the show.
Nice.
Really, Keith? You haven't seen the Vampire Blood Packs? Really? That's interesting. Um, see, I'm thinking about going back and buying their. Yeah, they did have chain. I'm thinking about buying the chain, but that'd be for the house. But the
We got so much chain last year. So much chain.
well, see, I'm thinking about getting some blood packs for the house and putting red lights in them, like an LED where you screw it in, and then filling it with air. Not like a balloon air, but like to kind of blow it up a little bit. Um, so instead of having to put liquid in it, it would just be like a red light. I'm not too sure. Get it all. Yeah, no kidding. Man, that's wild about the Keith. If you go back in there, the blood packs were like hanging up, like with a bunch of other stuff, like a lot of nondescript stuff. And I would have passed by it if I just didn't have to go like, what the hell are they selling clear bags for? And I'm like, oh shit, these are actually vampire blood, like blood packs. I'm like, oh crap. And there was like four of them. Um, I really wouldn't trust them with like a beverage to drink out of. Um, but yeah, just see if you do. Take a look. Ooh, big chain project. You're right though. When I was there, I should have just snagged the chain. The Dollar Tree that we have here, people aren't they're not like there's no haunters around, so it's like the people that go to that Dollar Tree are like, oh, look at the glittery thing I'm gonna buy, and put it on the conveyor belt and get glitter all over the damn conveyor belt, so I can't put any of my stuff on there to check out. I've actually joked with there's two people that work at Dollar Tree. They've been there forever, and I every year I joke with them. I'll go to put stuff down, and they'll see the glitter, and they're like, oh, and they'll like spray it down and wipe it down while it's running for me. They think it's the funniest damn thing ever. So, um, but yeah, I've told James I've been grabbing stuff from Amazon for the vampire balls. So I need to test out the streaming. I may try to test out doing a live stream during the Latin dance on the 16th, which y'all whatever, but I'm thinking about trying it out. I've got to start honing in on it. And excuse me, I've been just yawning nonstop. And then in a short bit, we'll talk about Halloween Horror Nights. Let some folks kind of flow in. A little bit of short whatever's about that. And we'll talk a little bit about the Home Haunter Awards. We are trying to bust through with that. I don't see Sean here. Hopefully Sean knows that. I think Sean sometimes comes in on Facebook, so hopefully, 'cause I think he has a problem with YouTube. Hopefully he knows that we're over here. I think James was going to check.
What am I checking? Sorry.
Oh, just to make sure that whoever that comes on Facebook knows that we're over here, because I know Sean was going to come in. I can't remember if
Yeah,
Sean normally comes on Facebook.
I did post on Facebook that we're live on YouTube. I'm gonna make another one with a direct link though.
Or Sean probably like, son of a bitch is like, there he is. I was going to say, but Sean's probably
Hey.
like, son of a bitches said they were going to be on. And they're not on. What's up, Sean? How's everything going? How's your builds going? Weather holding out for you? We finally broke a 3-week stint of rain a couple days ago, and now of course it's back to being literally hotter than hell.
It's been beautiful here, man. I was outside riding on my little scooter.
Nice.
'Cause I can't walk, so.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Well, I finally was able to mow my yard a few days ago, which is, I mean, I was like, God, thank God. Going slow right now, really? Because of weather, or just slow and steady, or everything going okie dokie?
Okie dokie.
I gotta send you, James, that stuff for Ezekiel.
I need to send you the stuff from Ezekiel.
Well, that'd be a great time to
eating it
see it
all.
now. Now that it's 300 degrees outside.
Right?
melted Australian. Let's see. It has rained every afternoon for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, we were getting it. Well, we had a little sprinkle today, but we were getting like these. Oh my god! Like our downtown area was flooding every single day for like 3 weeks. And then we're in what's called the dog days of summer, going past August, where it's just it could be beautiful and they say no showers, and all of a sudden it's dark as night, it pours down rain, and then it's sunny again.
Still 105 degrees, but
Yeah, yeah. Ugh, this makes the humidity just outrageous. Total. Let's see. As far as haunt related news, really slow. Still very slow with the haunt news. There's
yeah,
probably more
I got
news.
a little bit to talk about as far as Halloween Horror Nights, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nothing in the
Um,
private sector.
yeah. I mean, I'm seeing more posts from home haunters with some fantastic ideas, but not a lot of haunted attractions. They're of course a lot of them are putting out their dates. Some of them are shortening their dates, and some of them are adding a few. But not maybe now that we're in September, maybe just people are running late. Maybe they're just like don't have anything to report because of the weather and the rain and the wind and all that stuff. But hopefully we'll start churning some stuff up soon. But
It could
James,
be
go
a
ahead
good
and do
year
your Halloween Horror.
for the home haunter, you know?
I think
Not a
so.
lot of people have a ton of money because the economy is in the tank, but
Yep, yep,
people being
that's true.
creative, you know?
Yeah, we have a haunt here that's charging $25. It just boggles my mind. I think $20 is too expensive right now, but that's just me. I guess people will pay it.
It
I
beats the
won't be.
$100 for Halloween Horror Nights, you know? It's like
That's
113 or some shit.
for one night.
Yeah.
So you can go into one house and wait in line for 7 hours. Yeah. Yeah, $25. It's the I mean I it's the Haji Shrine Temple. It's the Haji Haunted House. I just it's too much. Their only saving grace is for me is legitimately 100% of the proceeds go to I think it's the Breast Cancer Institute. I can't they change each year. One's kids, so 100% of the proceeds go to a very good cause, and it's legit, like legitimately. But if you don't have a lot of people going because they can't afford $25, then you're better off doing 15 and getting a large crowd. And they're only open for 5 nights. And I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
if
gonna be
that's just
rough.
I don't know if that's all they can open up for, or they just think that's whatever. I don't really know. But your best bet is to lower your pricing and get more throughput. Oh no, it does have Spirit Halloween stuff in it. That's one of my issues with it. They do build some stuff, but they had a facade a facade prior to COVID, that was phenomenal, and they put it up for sale. I don't know if anybody ever bought it or not, but it was a two-story facade, and it was what you went through to get you'd buy your ticket, go through I have a picture somewhere. You go through there and go through this, and it was the front of an old creepy house. And it was really well done. And they had somebody in the front, just in a rocking chair, just as a live prop. And you'd get your ticket, go through that, and then it blocked off the wait line. It actually blocked off the line to get in to the actual haunt, and this was all indoors. It was really well done. But when they first start, when the first year they were open, they were started at $20. I'm like, this is your first year, dude. This is not no. Um, So anyway, that's $25. I think in this economy is a little bit rough, and I don't think they're going to do as well. But I also think some haunts that are touting $20, but that's neither here nor there. I think that I think they really need to think about the economy. But anyway, James, do your Halloween Horror Nights news stuff.
Yeah, so last night was employee preview night. And so I saw videos of the scare zones and people's opinions of it. One guy was killing me. He didn't give them like lower than a 7.5 out of a 10 for any of the houses. Like he was just, his scale was so broken, it was unbelievable. But the videos I've seen of the scare zones really have my interest. I could care less about any of the houses except for Dead Man's Wharf, but it's been done like 3 times previously. So I don't feel like I'm missing anything by not going to see it. And Halloween obviously has been done. Probably this is the 3rd or 4th time they've done a Halloween house. The Bugs, they did that with the Fear Factor house. That was nothing impressive. A lot of it's just recycled stuff, which you can see in the streets very clearly. Like there's a ton of recycled props. All the pumpkins, they've been using those pumpkins for like, I don't know, 10 plus years at least. But I mean, they're still cool. They used to be up in the trees in the New York scare zone. So like it fit really well there, like right where Battery Park is, or whatever they call it. But they have it like in the main entranceway on these big arches, and it's literally just a frame, like metal scaffolding with military like camo netting on the back of it. And it looks like they just zip tied the pumpkins onto it.
Yeah.
It looks bad. Like that's the one part that really kind of bums me out. And plus they reused the Pumpkin Lord from last year. He was one of the characters in the house, and like he became super popular with the general public and everybody loved him. And he's a cool character. I liked him because jack-o'-lanterns are one of my favorite things. So I have so many tattooed on me. But I don't know. Everybody's going a little overboard with the whole Little Boo thing. The one poorly carved pumpkin that just looks ridiculous. Like they've got him on so much merchandise this year, it's out of control. But the scare zones have fairly cool themes. One is a graveyard, like you're walking through a cemetery. So I can't remember when they have done an actual cemetery like kind of feel for a scare zone. They've done several in houses, but I can't think of any that were on the streets themselves where you just walk through. So that one's pretty cool. And then the other one they have that really has my interest is it's an old school movie theater, but outside the movie, there's a whole story involved with it. But outside the movie theater, it's got like this like 70s, 80s Halloween trick-or-treater vibe going, which is cool. I did see a lot of seriously reused props. Like when they did the trick-or-treat house, they had the kid that was throwing up the blood. I literally saw somebody dragging him in a wagon behind them, like just walking down the street with it. So like it really is annoying when you reuse those kind of props and it's like so obvious. But financially, I guess it makes sense for them to just throw shit out as opposed to, making new stuff. So whatever. The streets look cool. The houses, I gotta say, just an absolute letdown year for houses. Just a total bummer. They're doing the Universal Monster Icons thing again, which is like, werewolf versus Dracula versus the Mummy. They did that. I think they did it last year. They did like the Bride of Frankenstein thing. Now this year they're doing this. The year before, which was actually the year prior to that because it was the year before 2020, they did the whole monsters in black and white. I'm kind of over them doing the whole Universal Monster thing, which I love the characters, don't get me wrong. I'm just sick of seeing them, especially since they destroyed Monsters Cafe, which was the best AC and atmosphere in that entire Universal Studios. I mean, the food was crap, but the atmosphere was amazing. So I'm really bummed they took that away. Although they are building a new monsters themed bar in City Walk. So hopefully they keep it all year and it's not just a like a one-time thing. Like for Halloween Horror Nights, hopefully it's there year round because I would like to see that. And since I'm not going this October, We just decided it's not really worth our time and money. I would go if I lived in Florida right now, like for sure, just for the streets alone. I probably wouldn't even waste my time with the houses, but the streets alone, I think I would go. I would probably pay my $100 for the frequent fear pass or whatever it was. I've seen several mixed reviews on the Weekend's house. Like the first one I watched, this guy, I don't know what his deal was. He was brown nosing Universal hard. It's like I don't think he gave anything under a 7.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. And even the one he was like, oh, it was a letdown, I was disappointed, he still gave like a 7.5. I think he gave the Weekend house like an 8. So, and one guy was like, I don't understand any of this because he's never seen any of the Weekend stuff, which there's quite a few people, like I didn't know who the hell the Weekend even was. I It's a stupid idea for a house, but it's gonna bring in a lot of people. So I mean, there's already nights that are sold out for the event, for God's sake. I think opening night's sold out, and I think the Sunday of opening weekend is sold out. And by now, probably Saturday as well. So, I mean, their marketing is doing a fantastic job is getting crowds in. But then that means you're waiting in line for 120 plus minutes, to go through a 4-minute house that, is
or more.
Yeah, based on the weekend, for Christ's sakes. I would not. I absolutely would not.
Hey, Berlina. Hey, Ezekiel.
What's up, guys?
Sean, I see your question up there. Kind of make sure we say hello, to everybody.
Let's go to the question. Where was it?
Well, Sean was asking about doing a drop window. His question is, he has a front wall at 4 foot, but how deep do I make the room for the actor working? Well,
So
you
he's
want to
doing a
make it
blue door?
Yeah, you want to make it where they can back up enough that they, even if the door is open, nobody can see them. You don't want to confine them too much. A lot of times, drop windows, the back of them is very, very open, like almost a hallway, and there's like two of them, and the same person can go to up and down the hall to two of them. So, you can make it open. That'd be great. Ezekiel, you're never late, dude. It's whenever you come in, and we just appreciate it. Same thing with Berlina. Danny's late. I'm just kidding.
Danny's always late.
He says I wouldn't want to hang out with the people who like the weekend. Yeah, me either, honestly. Or honestly, people that get so excited about it being a haunted attraction at HHN. I'm sorry, that's absurd. That's just absurd. It's not an HHN I would go to. All right, Josh. Thank you so much, man. Can't wait to see all your cool stuff as always.
Yeah, man. Be safe. Appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could do that. You just don't want to put the curtain too close to them. I mean, like I said, generally speaking, the drop panel, it's like a hallway almost. It's usually fairly open behind them because they may have to get it out and about. And sometimes they're working 2 or 3 drop panels. It depends on if you don't have enough people working.
Yeah, and what kind of pizza you're serving them.
Exactly. And how close it is to them when they're boo scaring. I will say, man, Haunt Hub some of the stuff they're putting out actually does make me giggle. I mean, it's just so funny, but yet so true.
It's crap that we talk about, and they just put it in meme forms.
Yes, like literally. Oh my God, some of it. I don't know. Sometimes you can tell somebody puts a meme out, they're trying too hard, and it makes no sense. But maybe it makes sense to 1 or 2 people. But not to
I
me.
love the one that they did where it was like, you're working like 9 hours a day, you're getting punched, screamed at, spit on, kicked. And then it showed the guy doing the flex tape, slapping the thing on the big
Yeah.
thing. And it was like, we're a family. And like that was the whole thing, was just slapping on, we're a family, to make, all the problems go away.
Keith, actually, shitty Totino pizzas in the microwave are too expensive. They don't even go that route. It's like, literally a big old $5
Little Caesars, hot
Little
and fresh,
Caesars.
hot and
Yeah.
ready.
Here you go. Bring in like a 4-foot tower of them. And you spent like maybe $40 to
It's
feed.
cut into, each pizza's cut into 16 slices. So
Yeah. No dipping sauce, no breadsticks.
which is the biggest crime of all, because the breadsticks are what make Little Caesars viable as a food source.
Couple of jugs of RC Cola, warm.
Faygo.
Oh, see, I'll drink Faygo. It's funny talking about pizza. I don't know if anybody watches the Report of the Week. It's this real thin. He's really intelligent dude that does like food reviews. He did one. Papa John's is doing what they call a pizza bowl, and it's like literally they just take a bunch of pizza toppings and throw it in this bowl and bake it. And he said it was the most disgusting thing he's ever had. And he likes Papa John pizza. It was a really good rant. Sorry, but it was $8 for just this small bowl of pizza toppings. And he said it just smelled horrendous. And it showed the water on the bottom from the undercooked vegetables, like the bell peppers and stuff. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there.
I watched Taylor's YouTube video of all the food they have at Halloween Horror Nights this year, and I gotta say, some of the food they have is actually kind of cool. Some of it's a little ridiculous, like the Chucky burger or whatever it's called. It's called the Good Guys burger. Which the other thing that really bugs me this year about what they're doing is they're literally just slapping Chucky into places because of the new season that's coming out on Sci-Fi. So they're literally just marketing Chucky. He's not even involved like in any of the houses or anything else. They just have one spot. It's a photo spot that they've had set up for like 3 years now, where you can take a photo of you standing inside the Good Guys toy box. And then they've got like 3 items dedicated to Chucky, but like Chucky isn't there. He's not a part of any of the scare zones, haunts, or like any of that. But because there's a new season coming out on Sci-Fi, they're sponsoring it. So they made the Good Guys burger, which, God, dude, it looks so gross. It's a burger. It's a hamburger. They slapped on 2 donuts, coated with nacho cheese. Then on the top donut, they put red icing and Fruit Loops. And I think there's jalapeno bacon on it too.
Ugh, God. Ugh.
It's just like the worst combination of things.
I like hamburgers with donuts, like just regular Krispy Kreme glaze. Those are good.
They had last year they had it. It was good. But it was just like a normal burger. This they're putting icing on it and cereal. Yeah. The icing in the cereal kind of, really throws it off. They do have deep fried Oreos this year though, and deep fried Twinkies. And they have the deep fried peanut butter and jelly Uncrustable that they're putting hot maple syrup on with red pepper flakes.
Jesus. What's up, Vic? Anal probing. Well, like I said, you had me until, the icing and the Fruit Loops and the jalapeno bacon. I mean, I would love it with regular bacon. I would eat a burger with regular bacon, nice and crispy, but with Krispy Kreme don't. I mean, I've had that at the fair, but no ketchup or mayonnaise and all that bullshit. I just ate it dry because it's fucking greasy enough as it is. But
it's like $12.
I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe these days that's actually a good price for a burger.
Yeah, no, they have like for, I think it was like $10 or $12. They have this Killer Kitchen popcorn like it was so weird. It was like popcorn on top of some type of like vanilla pudding or something, and they sprinkled
God,
seasoning on top of the popcorn.
that's cost them all of like 2 cents to make, and they probably sell it for $10.
Oh yeah, it was like 10 or 12 bucks. And then of course they've got pizza fries, and they did a few vegan things this year too. They have like a vegan
Jesus,
chili and
whatever.
random stuff.
Oh, is Lloyd here? Wait, did I miss him? Piss and Flies Burger. What? You're right, Ezekiel. It would. I'm pretty sure they're going to be have a lot of people shitting themselves just from that Good Guy burger.
I saw a video of a guy eating it. He said it was good, but it looked like he was about to cry the entire time he was eating it. So honestly, I think it was just them brown nosing Universal.
Yeah. Oh,
But
I'm sure. It's like my little mini report about butterbeer. I wasn't trying to get anybody's attention except how nasty it was. And butterbeer is nasty. I'm
that,
sorry.
that's the issue with all these YouTubers, though. They go to Universal all the time. They're always trying to get on their media lists, and they brown nose hardcore. Same with a lot of people with haunts. They brown nose the haunts to get in for free, and get all
Yeah.
these special things, and they're like, oh yeah, it's amazing, and it's complete bullshit. I like people that give me like the truth. If they bite into something like, oh my god, this is gross, and they spit it out, I want that. I would rather have the honest opinion.
Oh, gotcha, Keith. Gotcha. Yeah, rainbow skid marks. What do you mean? What is butterbeer? Butterbeer is that stuff they drank on Harry Potter, and they quote unquote recreated it per J.K. Rowling's taste test, and it's just nasty. It's cream soda with like frothy, sugary bullshit on top, and you can get it
Yeah,
frozen, and people like spunk themselves. Go, oh my god, it's so much better frozen.
they wait
It
like
it's
45 minutes just to get a drink. It's crazy.
oh, oh, it's just I like sugary things, but that was just oh my god, that was freaking horrendous.
I don't like cream soda, so it doesn't really do much for
Ugh.
me. I like butterscotch, but I don't like cream soda.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that thing was so, and it was hot as hell when I went there with my cousin. So I thought, yeah, get a nice cold butterbeer, first one. I told her to video me doing it, and I was like, oh god, it was. Ugh.
And that's the
Did you
thing,
right?
Keith. You speak the truth about stuff. Like, you give your honest opinion. You're not brown nosing. You're not going to at home and be like, "Oh, look at all this fantastic stuff that's 3 or 4 times overpriced," and you're like, "That's a good deal." No, you're like, "Fuck that. It's covered in glitter and it's 6 times more than it needs to be. This is a piece of shit." And you say that, so that's why we get along so well.
You know what's weird? Some of the best stuff I've seen so far is at Dollar Tree. Like I went to Big Lots, and there's some cute stuff, but the pricing is like completely off the wall. I just know I can't do it. Steve Berlina says butterbeer is pretty good. Had it in the Harry Potter world. I don't know, Berlina. Man, that was just. Oh, there's Lloyd. It was just gross. To me, it was just overpriced, sugary, nasty, diabetes inducing liquid. And I think people really just drink and go, oh my God, I'm in Harry Potter land. This is butterbeer. I'm going to wave my magic wand, and
The pumpkin juice is pretty good.
Five Below
But
has some good stuff. I think I've seen some advertisements for some Five Below. We don't have a Five Below here. Texas State Fair is coming in October. They will deep fry moose knuckles. Ha ha ha. That's awesome. Ezekiel says butterbeer. I enjoyed the alcoholic version was good, and I hate butterbeer. Harry Potter. Well,
But you add alcohol to anything, it's instantly better. So
it's, you know what? It's just not something I would ever. It's not like, oh my god, I'm going to Harry Potter land and I got to get a butterbeer. I'm like, I could. It's a hard pass for me.
I love Harry Potter personally. Like I've watched the entire series probably 5 or 6 times. I'm not really so much into like, the Potterverse stuff that everybody gets into. I don't care what fucking house you're in or any of that bullshit. I like the movies. They're entertaining. Um I just don't go crazy with it. And I think the other part that really pisses me off is when they put in Diagon Alley, they removed Jaws, which was one of my favorite rides, so that's kind of always spoiled it for me. Um So, as far as Harry Potter goes at Universal, it can eat a dick for all I care, because you know they took out Jaws to put in Harry Potter.
Poor Ezekiel. Couldn't ride the ride. Keith, you're always gonna have somebody that complains. Honestly, see, I haven't seen. I went there when Harry Potter, the first part was built, and they had that Twirly McWhatnot ride, and I'm like, well, this is cute, but it really was not worth taking out Jaws. It wasn't worth it to me.
No,
It's
not at all.
it's cute. It's cute walking through the Harry Potter verse, blah blah blah, and
It's really well done. I will say they did a fantastic job in Diagon Alley, but it's still Jaws to me, so it
yeah,
is bittersweet going in there. Like I love
you're
seeing
walking
the
on
stuff, but it's hollowed ground.
you're walking on Jaws' grave.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
it's like Poltergeist. It, I can't. I just can't. I can't fully appreciate it because of what they did to make it happen. They moved the headstones, but they left the body.
Didn't you? Wait, Ezekiel says put Harry Potter in the Princess Bride pile. What? Wait.
No, I love Princess Bride. I think Princess
The
Bride's
Princess
hilarious.
Bride is like awesome. Hold on, I'd rather see a Princess Bride arc than Harry Potter.
Just some
God,
random 7-foot guy asking you if you want a peanut.
Yeah.
Anybody want a peanut?
You're not. I can't even do his voice. That's so low. Um. Yeah. Sometime next week, I'm gonna go jaunting around. I'm not. When I because of Keith's videos, no, I don't need to go and see the stuff at Lowe's and Home Depot and all this. I don't need to go, which is cool because it saves me gas. But I'm gonna go back to Dollar Tree. The Walmart across the street from our Dollar Tree and Big Lots has started to put Halloween stuff out, but not. It's almost all candy.
Did you see Keith's comment? He said some guy was giving him shit because he was shitting all over the stuff from Lowe's. He's like,
Yeah.
only shit on like 60% of it. I completely get it, dude. The quality of stuff that they're selling these days is just garbage. It's not worth anywhere near the amount that they're selling these things for. And
No.
it's just like the 13, 12, whatever it is, a 12-foot skeleton from Home Depot. That thing is a piece of shit. And for the price, forget it. Like my 9-10 foot dinosaur skeleton has fallen over 3 times in the past 4 years and never broken a piece on him. And I've seen those 13-foot skeletons and just shattering into pieces.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not. It's not something I would buy. Oh, Ezekiel got Keith's attention with that Princess Bride thing.
But it's just like the crazy fandom that follows that 12-foot skeleton is the same thing that they're doing with Halloween Horror Nights with Little Boo. Like that little pumpkin. It's like a really poorly, carved pumpkin, and everybody loves it. And it's stupid. I don't get it. I don't understand the hype behind it. It's just a dumb little pumpkin. Like it's not scary. It's not even cute. It just looks dumb. So why does everybody love this thing so much? I mean, they've got him on purses. They've got him on socks. They've got him on T-shirts. It's insanity. Such a marketing ploy.
Well, it's Halloween Horror Nights, and it's merchandise, and so people are like, "Oh my god, let me buy this. So I can tell people I went to Halloween Horror Nights." The Cracker Barrel ghost thing. Hmm.
Oh, I gotta disagree, man. I gotta disagree. The Princess Bride is not dumb. It is a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah, I agree. It is. I'll have to watch it
Rodents of
sometime later in
unusual size is what an ROUS is, by the way. I don't know who asked that, but
the year. Sean.
yeah, so ROUS is rodents of unusual size. It's from Princess Bride. In the swamp scene,
The thing holding the lantern, $100. I'll have to go and look and see. I haven't seen that yet. I'm sure as soon as I see it, I'll be like, "Oh my god, you're right." Looks like a ghost holding a lantern. Well, people will buy it though.
anything at Cracker Barrel is going to be expensive. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen anything cheap from Cracker Barrel.
This is not another. This is not another thing I would go to buy anything. I'm really. I mean, honestly, once again, we've talked about this over and over. My house is full of stuff, like full of stuff. So probably I will be shopping mostly at Dollar Tree. Maybe get some more pumpkins from Walmart. You know, the candy holding bucket popcorn things. But I just don't. I'm not going to spend all the money. Now, if Big Lots goes to 75, 90% off and there's some stuff left, I'll probably snag it. But I mean, I've been I went on AliExpress about a month ago, little less than a month ago, and just bought a ton of stuff that I'm getting at the end of September. Like I plotted out my shipping times, and actually their shipping times are pretty good on AliExpress right now. So I've gotten more of the addressable lights and shit ton of flickering LED diodes and just all kinds of stuff. So I could pay a little bit more, go to Amazon, get some of the stuff even faster if I really need to. So Selena sent a screenshot. Oh, okay. That's probably what James is checking right now.
I'm going to check, yes. I didn't get an
Ooh,
alert, so.
mine did. Mine went ding a dong. Ding a dong.
But again, so here's the story of why we're not on. Oh, okay, I see it. We're not live on Facebook right now because my personal account got banned for 30 days from going live because of something I shared in like 2006. So, if they're deep diving that far, there's a good chance we may never go live on Facebook again because I might just be permanently banned. Because I post some really bad shit on the early days of Facebook.
That is so funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, jeez. No, no, thank you. Would not pay that money ever. They can have it.
Are you putting it up on the thing?
No, I wasn't going to because it's a small picture, so it would be
Oh,
super
okay.
pixelated by the time I, enlarged it. But
Sounds good to me.
Motley Crue has a 3-arm drummer.
Jesus. Let's see what else is going on. Where else have I been? I am gonna make a trip to Waterfront Mission though. I'm gonna go there and see what kind of bullshit I can get for Cheapy McCheaps and modify it. Get some dolls, maybe. I don't know.
Once I get out
Yeah,
of this
Facebook.
slump from my surgery and everything, I really do have a lot of things planned. So I don't know. We'll see. They said I should still have about 2 weeks of pain, so you know, I got that going for me, which is nice.
Excuse me. Yeah, dead end. I agree. I would get off of it if I could, but I can't. We do. I do too much stuff. We do too much stuff. It's still unfortunately kind of relevant. I will,
That's the
however,
thing, dude.
never.
Same with TikTok, you know. If we shared random videos on TikTok from Hunters Anonymous, we would have so many more people. But like, I don't care enough. Like, I just don't
No,
give a shit.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing TikTok. It just,
Oh no, it would be something I would have to do on our part, or like on our behalf.
yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
like, again, I just don't want to. We have like 3 vendors currently, Berlina. I imagine in the next couple of months it's going to increase dramatically as far as interest goes. But again, it's still, 7 months away, 6 months away or something.
And James has been advertising actively on Facebook.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I got the advertisement on my own personal Facebook one day. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. So anybody that is like donated for this, you're essentially paying for our advertising right now, because that's,
Yes.
sponsorship cost is going to advertising. So,
And it's much appreciated, as always.
100%.
As always, there's like a random side conversation going on, which is hilarious. I'm watching it.
I feel like we'll know more as we approach November, December,
Yeah.
I want great things for this, but like we can only do so much to get the word out. And maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not a good idea. To me personally, I feel like it's a fantastic idea. I just don't maybe we're wrong. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
It seems like convincing people to take a step, is a lot harder because there's so many shysters out there, and it's like, oh, you're a new thing, we don't trust you, even though
Right.
we've been around since how long? 2012. We're a
Yep.
Good Lord, 10 years.
Dead end, yes. You have to be a 13-year-old girl to be on TikTok, apparently. And
Dude,
then
TikTok is so strange though, because there's like 40-year-old women that like have no clothes on and are constantly dancing. So it's like, I don't know how to feel about this.
there's shit on TikTok that needs to be on OnlyFans.
Really? I mean, and a lot of them are people that are just sharing their OnlyFans through TikTok. But like, I don't know who that app was dedicated, designed for, because it sure as hell better not have been 13-year-olds, or we have bigger problems.
It was designed to get like information by the Chinese, damn it.
True. So
That's
TikTok doesn't have nudes, but it has as close as you can get. I've seen some shit on TikTok that made me question, like, should my children be allowed to have this app?
If I had kids, they wouldn't. If I had kids, I don't even think they'd be on Facebook, quite honestly.
Yeah.
And and I'm a tech person, but I'd be like, I would ban them from absolutely everything, and I would find ways to make sure they couldn't leave my house and be on it either.
Well, but the irony in that is my kids hate Facebook. They refuse to use it like for anything other than trolling people.
That's cool. I mean, that's fantastic. But I mean,
and
I'm talking
even
like
got to the point like where they're like they don't use TikTok because it's like all older people. It's like all these really thirsty old dudes. It's really weird.
Holy gross.
And then there was the whole thing with the guy that committed suicide, like on a TikTok live that was going all over the place. And it would get taken down and then re-uploaded like immediately. So it was like a whole thing for like 3 months.
I mean, if something, is online for 1 second, it is immediately never, ever deletable. It's done. It's done. There's copies 5,000 zillion everywhere.
I've had people tell me to make an OnlyFans for my hands because I have really big hands. And I've had people tell me to make an OnlyFans for my voice, which drives me insane because I hate the way my voice sounds. I cannot listen to our show because I can't listen to me talk. I just cannot do it.
That's why we rely on y'all to tell if there's errors.
Yeah, because I literally don't go back and listen to them whatsoever. Never. I can't do it. I cannot stand the way I sound.
Me either. I can't. So that's why, like I said, we depend on y'all to tell us when there's there's actually issues afoot.
I believe they are, Sean.
Well, I guarantee you that there's no part about me that will ever be on OnlyFans or TikTok. Thank you very much.
I think TikTok got sold, so I don't know that they're Chinese, incorporated thing
Well,
anymore. But
there was such backlash about the servers. This is what I remember and heard, but I might be wrong. There was such backlash about the servers being in China that somebody said no, the servers are now in the U.S. Now I don't know if it still means it's a Chinese company that owns it or somebody bought it, but they say now the servers are in the United States, which really doesn't make much of a difference because the server anywhere is nothing more than a spying tool, pretty much these days.
yeah.
But can't believe I said it, China. I can't get that shit out of my head
China.
now. Fucking 4
It's the
years of that.
worst, dude. It really is. Like, even if you hate him, it's just you can't not jokingly say it.
China. Well, you know what? Here's the really sad part. Speaking of, um, the biggest electronics manufacturing city in China. It does like all the parts you see like on AliExpress and shit. It's Shenzhen.
Yeah.
They're in lockdown again. Fucking whole place is shut down. I'm glad I got the shit that I did on AliExpress before fucking another COVID lockdown. COVID 3.001.
And it's
Just
funny though because there's a game called Shenzhen.io, and it's an engineering game where you create like electronic components and you map out the relays and you connect all the things. It's really cool, but it's funny that it's Shenzhen because it is like the main area for that shit.
I'll tell you what's interesting is, and I should send you the link. There's is it an eBay store? No, is it an Amazon store that has the coolest like Arduino shit, like some really cool shit, and it's really cheap.
Yeah.
And I meant to actually send it to you when I was looking at it, and I can't fucking remember. Was it? It wasn't AliExpress because you get the stuff really fast. It was either eBay or Amazon. Demonetized.
Keith is over here punching a gnome in the face twice. He double tapped. You always have to double tap, especially gnomes, dude. Fuck those things. I do not like garden gnomes. I don't. I immediately want to break them when I see them. I don't like them.
And gnomes are definitely nothing related to Halloween, so I don't know where that shit came from, but whoever
like
started
because
that.
my sister knows I have like a fear of gnomes, she always buys them and like puts them in our fountain area. And I constantly want to destroy them because I don't like gnomes
Well,
at all. I think it stems back to my childhood when I watched Goosebumps, and they had like the episode of Attack of the Garden Gnomes. Like that
yeah.
episode was like the book was bad, but like the TV show episode of that haunted me for so long. And it was just because they use little people for like the gnomes, so it made it really it felt really bad to me. I don't know.
Yeah, Ezekiel, I don't know. I don't know where the connection to gnomes and Halloween. I don't know what advertising asshole started that, but I don't know. It's annoying as piss. And it
Well,
is as
because gnomes
bad
are
as glitter.
creepy, so they're like, let's make zombie
Gnomes
gnomes and clown gnomes and
See, I don't find gnomes to be creepy. I find them to just be annoying. I mean, I know, like you, there's people that think they're creepy. I'm like, get it out of my face. Like glitter, just get it out of my face. It's not cute. If you get it on my black shirt, I'm gonna throat punch somebody.
There's nothing cute about gnomes. I don't care. I don't care how they're designed. And I used to watch when I was a kid, like when I was really young, I watched David the Gnome, like the cartoon.
I have
And
no idea what the fuck that is.
That's well, you were probably 14 at the time, so you probably weren't. Because I was like 6, I think, when that show was out. It was
Yeah,
like,
I was in heavy masturbation stage, so I was watching very little TV.
yeah, you were on the scrambled channels. We get it. I
See, Dead End City.
want to see a whole episode of Keith bloopers. I want to see like the entirety of all the bloopers from when you're doing the douchebag, whatever his name is. I don't remember his name, but go on with your story now.
I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, that was before my time too, Ezekiel. But thanks. Okay, that's cool. we're good. We were on reruns then, but that's all right. No, Dead End said he's about to cancel his Home Depot Werewolf because it's taking too long to get here, and he's been seeing a Home Depot people's videos, I guess, about it. I can't imagine it really being that cool.
Yeah, just cancel it, dude. You could build your own, probably for a third of the price and make it way better.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know. The people that are really ogling over this stuff are, I mean, mostly people that really don't know how to build their own stuff. And that's fine. Oh my God, $300 for a 40-foot tall skeleton made of fucking paper mache from Home Depot. But it's like, okay, well that's cool. You're gonna use it 1 year and the thing's gonna collapse and explode, and you'll buy another one
Yeah,
next year, I guess.
it's like super cheap PVC and some actuators that cost 30 cents.
Yeah.
For all of them.
And
Not even like a piece. Literally all the actuators probably cost them 30 cents.
I think we're gonna really push like the beginning of next year for people to really get on AliExpress and start ordering all the fun things you need now. And if it
Right?
takes a few months to get here, then oh my God, you're ahead of the game by months and months and months and months.
We've been talking about AliExpress for a solid 2 years now. I feel like we
And
need to reach out to them and be like, hey, listen,
I think so too.
we need a discount code or something.
I wouldn't even care for a discount code. I would just want like priority shipping. Just give us like priority 1 week shipping or something. They didn't say he's already built one. I mean, because you can I mean, sweet Jesus, you can't get much cheaper than. I mean, like I said, I'm about to start ordering some more addressable LEDs from. Now I found some good deals on some addressable LEDs on Amazon. App control, but I'm actually thinking about ordering some more addressable LEDs from AliExpress. And if I did it like in the next couple of days, I would still get it like first few days of October. I mean, they've got some of it's taking too long, but if you go in and you spend a couple of hours, which is what I did, you'll find the shit you need, and it'll be 30 days or less, free shipping. And I mean, you just cannot get cheaper than AliExpress, and I have yet to have a problem with AliExpress, and
Well,
they're
even like
giving me.
the Adafruit was like what, $6 or something for the two
Yeah. Oh,
LCD
yeah,
screens.
Adafruit. But the thing with Adafruit is that they'd sell out real quick, and sometimes it would take a while to get some of the stuff. I mean, some of the stuff they'd have all the time, but um, I really, 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 really think it's something that we need to start talking about and start an online store for Hunters Anonymous, so people can really see how cheap some of the shit they're buying. Um, there's some person on eBay, and he's been doing this for a few years, and people buy him. He's selling a he'll sell like a red LED on a long piece of wire with a flicker unit, and then there's a 9-volt battery clip. 9-volt fucking battery. I mean, come on, man. $20, $20. Literally, probably cost him $1, if that. And he's selling them for $19.99.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus Christ, really? And it's nobody anywhere in the haunt community. This is like just some dude that sells. That's all he does. Because I've looked to whoever this person is up, and they've got. So I'm not ragging anybody in the haunt community. It's just that's what they do, and really they sell it mostly for theatrical stuff. They don't really mention Halloween. They will like this coming month. oh, Halloween and theatrical. But I'm like, Jesus, I can go buy 20 of the little miniature controllers um, for $5 on AliExpress. And the
Well,
reason
there's a
why he doesn't,
yeah, there's a ton of companies that sell those Haunt controllers for like $300, and it costs maybe $12 to make,
yeah,
and
yeah,
in
for like
like
for
an
real,
hour of programming.
yeah. And then some of them sell them, and they're literally getting them pre-done already on AliExpress. You can find very comparable units on AliExpress. I mean, they don't have as much functionality. So like James saying, like, yeah,
I
it's
don't
I
want to
don't know.
name any particular company because like they have a viable business, so whatever. But like if you're getting into like sound effects and any kind of, motion sensor, anything you can do with an Arduino that takes an hour to do, you know, take that time and learn to do it yourself, and you can open up an entire world of possibilities. Like there's
Hmm.
so many tutorials on how to do this stuff that takes exactly zero knowledge how to do. You could almost copy and paste all the information and script that you need. And you could buy
Yeah,
this shit from like AliExpress, for, $20 at most for everything. And you've got, a complete working sound effect or a trigger actuator that, you know, motion sensor that gets triggered, and it costs you, $20 in maybe 2 hours of your time.
gotta bring vitamin C to make the third world blood. I just missing all kinds of conversation. Um, yeah, and maybe you know what? Maybe that's what like we talk about AliExpress, and maybe that's what we should do. Is just like, since we know when to order the stuff, just snag a bunch of this shit for cheap, sell it on the site, make a little bit of money off of it that would go towards Hunters Anonymous, and like literally that, and just like really just destroy markets around the haunted attraction industry
It
by
really
selling
would.
shit fucking so cheap that'd be like, y'all aren't making any money. Like, yeah, we are. We're making good money actually. We're still 10 times cheaper than everybody else. Shit. Might do that. Bought 25 reindeer motors from same price as one from from you know who. Yeah. Right, exactly, Ezekiel. I mean, literally exactly. Like literally exactly. I mean, I've seen some stuff on I've spent so many hours looking up specific electronics on AliExpress. I have seen exact components and whatnots that are sold by some folks we won't name, and literally the markup is a
300%.
thousand. Yeah, well, no, sometimes more like 1,000%,
Yeah.
and you're like, shit. So, you know what? Maybe we'll think about, amongst all the other things we're trying to get done. Maybe we'll think about that. Maybe we'll have a booth at the Haunted Convention. Maybe we'll be the only booth at the Haunted Convention. I'm kidding. All right, Keith. Thanks, man. We're
See you, man.
probably headed out. Like, we'll go
Yeah,
quarter
6
after, and then we'll
minutes.
head out
Yeah.
because my butt's starting to sweat. We're starting to get warm again in Florida. Um, Probably more than likely for a little bit tonight. That's what I'll do. I'll get back on AliExpress and see what else I can order and still have it here within 30 days, and then start.
Between your electrical knowledge and my just programming knowledge, we can take pretty
Oh,
much anything and make them work together.
yes,
For
I'm.
a, like I can't even come up with a fraction of it. It'd be like 1/40th the price of what you're buying shit from everybody else, because we wouldn't
Yeah,
have the overhead of it.
right,
It's
right.
simply our time and, the basic cost of the item.
Yeah, and like I said, maybe just some. Well, I mean, there's somebody else that I'm not going to mention, and I mean, literally, they're buying stuff. They're buying stuff on AliExpress or Amazon, and relabeling the boxes, lighting,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, okay. I have a box of it here right now that I got for free. Right? Like, okay, well, this came directly from Amazon or AliExpress for nothing. And like I
We could
said,
even
it's
turn that into our premium membership thing, $5 a month gets you access to like tutorials for shit that we can tell you how to do
Yeah.
things for nothing.
Yep. You've been talking about that. Yep. I say why not?
And I don't mean like Patreon so much. Like maybe it's just a direct payment to us, so we're not paying a third party and it
Yeah.
just equals out, you know? But we can tell you what to buy and what to do with these items and how to do it. And, you know, you would have everything you need for literally a 30 to 50% cheaper than you would pay anybody else for it. I don't like seeing people get screwed for no reason. And Home
Right.
Depot, Lowe's, Spirit, it's all bull crap, you know? Go buy your own PVC if you want to make something. And then we'll tell you how to animate it.
Yeah. I mean, making your own lighting is actually really easy, and literally not trying to be mean to anybody, but it's I mean, literally there's tutorials out there that show you how to make some of the stuff that you see out there, and those people are putting the tutorials out for free, but maybe nobody knows about the tutorials. Or
So if we
maybe
do,
people just don't want to do it.
yeah, if we do a tutorial thing, like you get tutorials for free and you pay $4.99 a month for it, is that worth it for you guys to learn how to do this stuff on your own? And like that
Right.
includes like source code and everything you need. Plus, you can always ask us how to do it. You know, like to me, it just doesn't make sense to spend $300 for a sound effects prop that costs them $1 to make. It's always
Yeah.
bothered me.
And we can go even further and just say, the tutorials, but then we'll tell you have links where in the shop you can find where to buy it from us, like the parts. And the parts will be, I mean, like literally almost nothing, because we'll just go ahead and grab all the stuff from AliExpress and just have it here in the States, and we can ship it out faster. And still you'd be getting it cheaper than anything else. Yeah, it's something else we got to work on. I think that'd be a lot of fun for next year.
Yeah, I
Hog maple
agree.
water. Yeah, yeah,
Shit.
39 bucks, right, Ezekiel? Exactly. That's right. Exactly.
In Berlin, I just found a fog maker water fountain for $7.60, free shipping. Exactly. So we gotta really get on board with AliExpress and a lot of these overseas companies that send stuff here. It's the same
Yeah.
stuff that everybody else uses, but we're not upcharging you for, you know, the information. It our information is free. Like if you want to know how to do this, or if you need source code on how to make an Arduino work, you have questions on how to even code an Arduino, or what the best LED is. Like, so this is stuff that we would offer for, you know, $5 a month, $4.99 or whatever. Like, and we can tell you how to make this stuff actually work.
Yeah.
Eh,
And Ezekiel's got a point. AliExpress will brand it for us too. Of course, we could do that too. We got thousands of stickers, I believe.
mm.
But anyway, that's another thing on the table. I think we've been talking about this for God, I think a year or more. I think we need to go ahead. Lots of stuff on the table. We just got to really, the two of us have got to buckle down and get it going. That's really what's got to happen amongst,
Yeah.
the other things. But
Well, the first thing I need to do is get the Home Honor Awards thing squared away. We need to get some, you know, graphics done, and then
yeah, you're right. You're right.
we can go from there. But it's definitely a good idea, I think. I feel like I know everybody hates Patreon because you know, we charge $5 a month. They're taking $2.50 to $3 of that every month. You know, so we're
Yeah.
getting $2 a month. It's kind of pointless, but if we can come up with a way that we have like a Cash App or something and you just pay us $4.99 or $5 a month and we can send you information, we can send you source code that will work, there's like unlimited possibilities that we can do, and you save yourself hundreds of dollars instead of buying the bull crap from Home Depot. You make your own 13-foot skeleton that's not only, his eyes don't just follow you, but he talks, he does whatever.
Yeah.
There's a big gap in the market, we could definitely fill it.
Yeah, I agree. We just need to buckle down and make the game plan. So, whew. But on that note, it's a quarter after. My butt's about saturated.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I mean,
Ooh.
my leg is
Oh
numb
yeah,
at this point, so I'm ready to go.
my butt's numb. Yeah, Ezekiel, I appreciate the vote of confidence. We could definitely do it. We could do that. It'd be easier. A paywall would be easier to do, but on that note, yes, I have moist ass. That's for no damn sure. I really do. For weeks when it stayed cooler, I was fine, but now I'm sitting down. I'm like, okay, yeah, definitely got moist ass. But on that note, we will let y'all go. Thank y'all so much for your patience with us not being around for 2 weeks. We will not make that a habit. Can't say that we won't have one or so Thursdays every once in a while, but thank y'all for staying steady and coming and joining us for another fun evening. But we will see you again, I believe, next Thursday. I've got to see what my event schedule is. But anyway, as always, thank y'all so much. Always appreciative. Stay safe out there, and I'm going to switch it to James.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. I don't really have much else to say, so we'll see you next week, maybe. If not, the week after. Either way, you'll know beforehand. So,
yep.
Have a good night. Everybody be safe, and we'll see you next time. So, bye.
Night, everybody.